Justin, a lot of things to like about this win tonight, coming on the road, starting the season with a true frosh like Jiren at quarterback. What are some of the things that stood out to you thinking about that game?
The fast start, coming out and scoring early a couple times in the first quarter, getting some stops on defense. We had some good momentum there. We kind of stalled out a bit in the second quarter, and you got to give them credit. Obviously, Oregon State does a good job, and they have good players too. So I thought there's some things to like on offense and defense. The special teams, the return game was a big deal. I mean, the return game was a big difference in the game. I mean, I think we were almost at plus 100 yards in return, and sometimes we had some really good returns set up, and other times Jacob Dace, who just did it, he made plays. So there's a lot to like, and then there's just a lot. We got to run the ball better. We got to be better on third downs. We have to tackle much better on defense. We had a couple coverage busts that cost us big on D, but it's great to learn those lessons in a win.
A lot of deep shots. Haven't seen too much of that out of the offense in the last couple of years, and some missed opportunities on those too that are just missed. Can you talk a little bit about how poised Jiren was being able to execute back there?
Well, he looks just like he does in practice. I mean, that's what we've seen for the past 8 or 9 months. So we're not surprised, but it's also first time he's played in a college game and away on at a tough place and with against a good defense. So it's what we have seen in practice showed up in the game, and he's got the right demeanor for it. It was not at all too big for him. He handled everything very, very well. And there's going to be a lot to learn. I mean, there's a million things to learn from, especially at that position, but he handled all of it extremely well.
What were your thoughts about how the offensive line executed tonight?
Just up and down, I thought, up and down. There were some good moments. I thought we had some good pass protection going. Had some good runs, just not near consistent enough. I think we're going to need to be more consistent moving forward, and we'll continue to push those guys. Coach Knight did a heck of a job, and it'll be real competitive in there. But we can do a better job running the ball.
Good. Joaquin.
It looked as if defensively your guys' communication was fairly solid across the board. What did you like most about it, and what more do you want to see going forward?
I thought the guys played hard. The effort was good. We chased the ball. The 2 turnovers were huge in the game. The one prior to the half, Paco, they completed a ball. Guy gets kind of undercut. He's going to the ground. Paco attacks the ball, and that's where most fumbles are caused when the offensive player is going to the ground. And he did a great job to get the ball there, get down, kick a field goal with no time on the clock. That was a great turn of events. And then Zeke, with the interception return almost, basically to the 3 or 2 or whatever it was. It was a great play on the ball by Zeke. He covered well today. The other one, it was unfortunate. They called him for getting too handsy with the guy. That would have been a 100-plus yard interception return for a touchdown, but we'll learn from that one. There was a couple communication errors that showed up in the defensive backfield that cost us on some explosive passes. So we have to do a better job there, and then we have to tackle as a defensive backfield better, much better.
Tony.
You got some big contributions tonight from those special teams, but in return from David Jesus.
I can't understand you.
You want to repeat it?
Yeah, I got you.
Here we go.
Yeah, talk a bit more about what it means to have Jacob Jesus and what he was able to do for you tonight. I think he averaged about 25 yards in kick returns and almost that on 3 punt returns. That's not been a strength of your team traditionally. Seems like it's going to be changed this year.
Yeah, I mean, he is a difference maker as a returner. We knew that in spring and going into fall camp that he can be a weapon. We talk about it daily. Return games, there's schematics involved. There's no doubt about it. You have to have good schemes, and you have change-ups to those schemes. There's technique involved for the frontline players, whether it's punt return or kickoff return. I just have never seen a great return unit without a great returner. It all starts there. You have to have somebody back there that's dynamic, who can make people miss, who plays fearless, and he's all of those things. So it all starts with the returner, and when the returner has that ability, everybody on the kickoff return unit and the punt blocking return unit there's just an added sense of urgency because you know at any moment that guy can make a big play, and he did exactly that.
If I can ask you a quick follow-up. Jiren, obviously had great numbers, but it seems like they could have been much better spilling out these 3 deep balls that looked like they were very well thrown, and you guys just couldn't call them in, or they were maybe broken up at the last minute. What did you think of his ability to throw the ball deep?
Excellent. I mean, excellent. Jiren's a very, very accurate passer. I mean, that's from since the time he's been here. So it showed up today, early in the game. You know, it wasn't like there was nerves and he had, you know, overthrowing people or skipping the ball. There was none of that. He is an extremely accurate thrower, and it showed up early in the game. It showed up late in the game, and Jiren's going to have a lot to learn. He'll have plenty to take away from this tape, but he threw the ball very well, which we kind of expected him to because that's exactly what he does in practice. It doesn't look any different than it does in practice.
For you to start Luke Ferrelli next to Cade, what did you think of his performance tonight?
Yeah, Luke. To be honest, Luke helped. Luke, the players set the depth chart based on their play, so it wasn't really that difficult. He earned the right to start next to Cade. We also feel like there's some other guys in that room who, Harrison Taggart and Boom and Aaron Hampton, who can help us on defense and on special teams. But Luke earned the right to start, and you know we'll have to watch the video on the way home. But I'm sure he did some really good things. He can run. He's got good size. He plays hard. But it was his first game, so you know I'm sure there's going to be things that he'll learn from and be even better next week.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about how much of a statement this is for the program after an offseason? There's so much change. You get that week 1 win in front of everyone on the ESPN primetime slot.
Yeah, they all feel good. I mean, they're all meaningful. Going on the road against Oregon State, who we have a lot of respect for, it's a very tough team and a tough place to play. That means a lot. It's a lot of guys playing together for the first time in our uniform, and so it was very meaningful. And we will learn a lot from this game, and I'm really, really proud of them. I'm proud of how they practice this fall and how they care about each other. They're, I mean, genuinely excited on the sidelines when guys were making big plays and getting excited, which is what you want. So we just gotta be better every week, and that's the truth. And we'll be better next week. And I believe we have the right mentality to attack Monday's practice no different than we have every other practice. So really pleased and proud of the team for what they accomplished.
Justin, how many offensive linemen do you think you played and you evaluate that group? Because it seems like you pass protected quite well, maybe didn't run block as well as you'd like.
Yeah, thinking we played 7. I think 7. I'll have to go look. I don't have it off the top of my head. Yeah.
And what do you think about the pass protection versus the run block?
Yeah. Again, there were some good things in there. There was, you know, it seemed like we did a pretty good job at times protecting Jiren and getting the ball up, and there's other times where we maybe could have protected a little better. I think just overall, we need to be better in the run game, and that's everybody. That's O-line, tight ends, you know, receivers. Everybody's involved in the run game. But you know, I'm proud of how they competed. We just have to continue to grow as a group there, and I believe they will.
Justin, I'm guessing this probably has something to do with your message of it's good to learn lessons after a win. Was that the message you gave to the team after the game, or was there something a little different?
Yeah, just, you know, we're very proud of them. I mean, winning's hard. It's really hard. You only get so many games. Coaches say that all the time, but because it's true. It's hard. I mean, there's just a lot of things that you got to do well. The other teams are well coached, and they have good players too. That quarterback's darn good. The receiver, the running back, he was a tough guy to tackle. They have DBs that can play, so it's, you know, it's hard. And I'm really proud of a bunch of guys coming together, starting back in January and some this June, to come up here and play together on the road and compete hard and play fairly clean, protected the ball. I mean, the turnover margin was a big difference in the game too. So they're a good group to coach, and now we gotta build on it. You know, we gotta build on it, and we want to look back and make sure this was our worst game of the year. You know, and if we can do that, then that means we're improving every week.
Just real quick, how's Mark Hammer? Is he okay?
Yeah, Mark, he looked great. That guy, what a competitive play. He was upset about the one prior that he didn't come down with. Mark's really, really competitive, and he's strong and he's tough. And the one earlier he didn't quite come down with. And I know he's a little upset that he didn't go up and get it and attack the ball more. So that one, Jiren put it in a great spot, and he, got both two hands and two eyes on it, came down with it, and he got dinged up a little bit, but he was on the sideline. I mean, I think they were checking him out and all that, but he was really, how do I put this? Like he had enough of talking to the doctors. He was ready to get back in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Go Bears.